Here's how to enter a confidence interval for a proportion on the TI-83 Plus. I'm going to be solving a problem from my video titled 7.3 Part 2 Proportions, and this particular problem shows up in timestamp 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Proportion confidence intervals have a lower and an upper bound where you're basically solving the same problem where all you're doing is changing out a minus sign to an addition sign. So we'll go ahead and enter the problem here. Gotta clear everything off my calculator. So I'm gonna start with just 0.4 versus 0.04, but you could enter the lead 0. Next, I'm going to subtract 2.33. Because 2.33 is times the square root, I feel more confident entering the times button. Perhaps you don't need it and the square root is enough. Don't forget on this calculator, because the square root symbol is in yellow above x squared, I need to hit the yellow second button. So then followed by the x squared will give me the actual square root symbol. Inside the square root in the handwritten format, I've got a couple sets of parentheses for clarity when it comes to multiplication with decimals. Once you get on a calculator though, that first parenthesis starts the square root, and if I was to put an end parenthesis after the 0.4, it would be stopping the square root. But I need this product and division all to be together within the square root. So instead of doing multiple sets of parentheses, I'm just basically going to ignore the parentheses and now type what I see inside the square root. 0.4 times 0.6 divided by 200. Wrapped around the display on my calculator, which is not a problem. I don't actually even need to close off that parenthesis. I can just hit the enter button to get the lower bound of 3.19, etc. On this calculator, if you want to do the exact same thing but just change the minus sign to a plus sign, instead of typing everything over again from scratch, if you notice on this calculator how it says entry in yellow, remember you can hit second and enter to get the entry, and it brings up the exact same line you just entered, where you can now arrow to the operator you want to change from a minus to a plus and hit enter to get the upper bound value of 0.480, etc.